Good morning. Dory Pulse here with Grow for God Ministries. It's a little bit of a gray day today, and so I was contemplating doing an upbeat video and all smiles and giggles. But one of the things that we are working on right now in divorce care, our 11th session, is forgiveness. Early on in the sessions, Session 3, we talk about anger. Especially because I cannot be with my group right now, I suggested to them that they watch the anger video again before watching forgiveness. You know, in this pre-Easter time and being at home, catching up on projects, doing some hobby, crafty things, I'm a firm believer in quiet time. I do not have a radio playing when I'm writing, researching, or even when I'm working. I love my quiet time. And it's during those quiet moments when I feel that my soul can have the pathway open to the Lord, so that if I am seeking wisdom, if I am seeking help on something, or if the Lord just needs to nudge me about something, that quiet time, escaping from the busy, loud time of the world, allows that to happen during that beautiful, quiet time. So what I thought I would talk to you about, because people being together all the time, different from what they're used to, emotions can run amok, tempers can flare, and different emotions can be present that weren't there before. One of my favorite speakers is Simon Sinek, and I listened to a TED Talk of his, and he described, rather than using good days and bad days, having a behind day or an ahead day. And I really liked that concept, because bad has a whole bunch of different connotations that can really promote negative thinking. So I'd rather have a behind day, because I'm a positive, passionate, persistent person and I'd rather have a behind day than a bad day. That's just the way my optimistic outlook would rather think. So I appreciated him doing that. So back to tempers flaring. One of the things I shared with my divorce care group last night with anger is how you react to that versus respond. So in our little program that I had found for them, there was a model that you can, like almost a journal, where you write down your anger trigger. So, for example, one of my triggers is accusatory language. I don't care for that. So I used to get angry about that. So my automatic thought would be, just be quiet. Or you don't know everything, or you don't know me, and my face would get angry and my words would be angry. And then in the third column of this format is an anger meter. So this trigger, how between 1 and 10, what number would you associate with that automatic thought? Is it a 3 or is it a 10? How far up do your emotions go when that trigger happens? And then what's your behavior? Do you slam doors? Do you start blaming, defending yourself? Do you start accusing them of their behaviors and their faults and weaknesses? And then the last two columns are the renewed response column. So instead of having that automatic thought, what habit can I get into and start thinking about when that trigger happens? What am I going to do instead? So if somebody starts that accusatory talk, that anger talk, I can use an assertive response instead of a reaction. I can use an assertive response and say, I feel hurt when you talk to me like that. I feel threatened when I hear those words. I think we should continue this conversation when you're in a more calm frame of mind. Having those I statements to express yourself assertively is so very important. So today I will leave you with this thought. We cannot change other people. We cannot. We can only change ourselves. We cannot control other people. We cannot. We can only control ourselves. So today's activity, when you're inside, find a quiet place, or outside, but find a quiet place and contemplate. Use those columns that I talked to you about. Let me review them quickly. The first column is the trigger of anger. The second column is your old way of thinking, that automatic reaction. And then the third column is the anger meter from 1 to 10, your intensity of emotion. What is that between 1 and 10? And then the behavior is in the fourth column. How do you react to that? And then the last two are your renewed thought. How can you think differently about that trigger? And then what will your new response be, your new behavior? And it's those things that can add joy and peace to your day. And we can't do it alone. I encourage you to pray, ask God for help. We all know He's right here with us anyway. And He knows everything. He knows our thoughts. He knows what we've done, what we're doing, and what we're going to do. And so always keep Jesus in the front of your thoughts. How can He help me? I know this uncomfortable situation is coming up, maybe with an employer, with a friend, with a family member, with a spouse, with a child. And you know how they're going to be. Well, how can you be different? How can you respond assertively, kindly, rather than react negatively? God bless you. I pray that this helps you. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.